everybody. This is a super quick stream to address where I've been failing in the recent attempts to make the Space Invaders clone. Just really quick address of it to show what direction we're going to be going in going forward. So basically I've started with our usual. I've got this file here, this folder created, this file created with this in it. So it's ready to be compiled. And it's what I'm going to do is just show if you've been watching my channel, you'll know about the function or routine YX to pix and next line down. We've been using those without fully understanding how they're working, and that was fine just to mess about, get some stuff drawing on the screen, understand how the registers are working for us. But trying to do stuff live, I ran into problems. I want to fully get to grips, so I'm going to replace YX to pix and next line down. I'm going to try to stop using them completely. Eventually, not this lesson, but next lesson, we're going to draw to a virtual screen buffer, double buffering. It will be smaller than the screen size. This is going to give us loads of advantages like scrolling. We can have things appear to be off the screen and just move into the camera view, and it's going to speed up and eliminate flickering for us. So with that being said, all we're looking at right now is something I've tried to explain many a time. I'm sure everybody watching the channel does already know. If you remember, we painted the colors in order into the array of pixel data, attribute data, and it came in the order we expected. It went from left to right, and then it went down a line, just like normal text you would write in a piece of paper. However, annoyingly, the pixel memory does not, and this is just a demonstration of that. So I'm going to call this routine to clear the screen from the spectrum. I'm going to make a main function, which just so that the software, the program doesn't just close. And then up here, I'm just going to do a loop to draw. Well, I'm going to create a constant first. So that's our location of our pixel memory in our spectrum directly. Nothing to do with double buffering. We're going straight into the pixel memory. Again, if you've watched my other lessons or sessions or whatever you want to call them, I use a little trick of mine where I just have just the upper byte. It's 58 from memory now. I'm doing it a lot, so you don't need to worry about the 00, obviously. Alright, so I want this whole number because I'm going to be using it as a pointer to increment. I'm going to start from there, but this one I just want it as a comparer. So I'll do stuff you've obviously seen before if you've watched any of my sessions or any other videos. Draw next pixel, I guess is a good name. Sorry, node A with H. Compare that to the upper byte. If it is, we'll just jump. If it's equal, we'll jump to main. If it's not equal to the upper byte, we want to first load the data with just a solid. We're gonna draw 1 byte at a time, and it's all going to be inked When I say inked, I mean a 1 is like an ink and a 0 is a paper. I don't mean this ink. So anyway, we'll increment the pointer after that by 1. So as I say, this would be perfect. I'm adding a halt just so it doesn't happen instantly. This is how it should be, in my opinion. You know, that should now draw from left to right and then move down 1. But now with this whole session, it's only going to be less than 10 minutes long. We're just going to run this and see how it does perform. Now, I hope anyone watching this understands. We've just started from the lowest point in memory and we've just moved up 1 space each time. We've drawn a full bite of ink on it. Okay, so I'll compile. And I'll run it. And there we go. And this is going to take a while. See how processor intensive this is, really. But look at that order. So we've got to come up with an algorithm to put our sprites into the right line. But what we do with double buffering, I've been reading, we can treat our drawing code like a normal array, like the color array is the attributes. But then make sure our double buffering, when that moves the data across to the actual screen, then it can shuffle it about. So we can now, if we employ double buffering properly, we can get rid of YX to Pix, and we can just draw our sprites where we want to draw them, and just let the double buffering routine take care of that. Obviously, that's the next big task we've got in front of us. As you can see, this is going to take a long time. I'm just going to rabbit away while it does it. I think it's interesting to see because it looks like it's moving down 8 each time, then back up to number 2, down 8 each time. When it's done all them, it moves down 32 pixels. Very, very odd. Obviously, don't worry about color right now. That's a completely different thing to worry about. Just worry about pixels right now. The color is nowhere near as complicated. When I was reading about this for the first ever time, a good while ago, they were trying to say there is a reason for that, but no one could give. I couldn't find any solid reason why it's done like that, other than it's like in the days where it was being computers were treated like almost like typewriters. I still don't understand why they need to do that. Anyway, that's just a short, sweet lesson and introduction to the change of direction we're going with any of our live coding sessions. We're going to focus on sorting that problem out where it draws all them lines. We want to be able to draw a grid, and we just want to specify an origin. We don't want to be drawing our sprites and saying, what line is it on and all that rubbish. We have to come up with another way, and that way is double buffering. But yeah, I need, I don't know enough to come and show you it. I don't even have a working implementation of it yet, but that's where we're going with it. Okay, I'm going to keep rabbiting because we've been nearly 10 minutes. I may as well make sure it's over 10 minutes. Close that back down. We'll have a quick look at the code. Very simple. Steps through the array of color data. Puts all ones into the byte and increments. And rinses and repeats until it finds the upper byte of the memory start of the attribute memory, which means it's time to get the heck out of there. Yeah, this has been great. it's a bit of a load off my mind because I was getting worried that excuse me, the Space Invaders game wasn't taking shape as quickly as I thought it would. So it's actually, I'm further behind than I thought it would be. I've just had to learn that the hard way. But I have got, I've made plenty of games in other languages. It will come to, I will be able to get this double buffer sorted without fail. I just haven't got the time right now. I wake up, do a bit of gaming, then I go work, and then at that point, if I feel like it, I do a bit of research on the coding. But yeah, I'd love to hear your comments. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy it. There's going to be loads more coding, don't worry. We're going to get into some C++ as well, and Commodore 64, the whole lot, man. It's going to be a complete mixed bag. But I'm sticking with the Speccy until we get at least one very basic game that is playable with a main menu and lives, game over, score, etc. But yeah, stick with me. See you again soon. Take it easy.